welcome to PS Crafty Life. I'm Erin.
I'm Andy.
And we are going to share some of our differences today because I'm originally from a little town, a big city outside of Boston, Massachusetts.
And I'm originally from Southern Kentucky. I moved to Lexington when I was in like 7th grade, and I've also lived in Northern Kentucky for a year, and I've lived in Florida for 5 years, and now I'm back in Lexington.
And I've been in Lexington for the past 12 years, so I've lost some of my northern accent and northern slang, but we still sometimes find something that I'll say or she'll say that we look at each other and go, huh?
And my accent comes back when I'm tired, which I am today. Tired, mad, or if I've been around my family or talked to my family.
And for me, my accent really comes out when I'm angry. Do not get me angry or I will become the Boston witch again.
Or driving.
Or driving, yes. Well, that's probably because most drivers make me angry when they don't follow the rules of the road. Like understanding a full-way stop.
Or using a turn signal.
Yes, the blinker is to tell you what direction you're going. Turn on your damn blinker.
Turn signal.
Blinker.
Turn signal.
Blinker.
Okay.
And it starts.
And here we go. Alright, so let's do...
Alright. I know what that is because I've been here for 12 years.
But originally, when you moved here,
Versailles.
it's Versailles.
I know that now. And I actually had an argument with my son's roommate about that when I brought him to stay with us.
Because he's from California.
And he kept telling me I was wrong.
No.
Alright,
these are so bad.
One for you. Let's see.
These are so bad. See, most of Kentucky's aren't hard to pronounce. They're just weird.
Yeah, like Big Bone Lick. My father would have smacked my butt if I said Big Bone Lick to him.
Monkey's eyebrow.
Okay. Ready?
Okay. Leominster.
Leominster.
Leominster?
Leominster.
That's not how you spell lemon.
It may not be how you spell lemon, but it's how you spell Leominster.
Okay. Leominster. I would be lost in the north. I'd be like, how do you get to Leominster? They'd be like, I don't know.
Well, you don't know how lost I got when I first moved here. Because nobody knows how to give directions.
It's over yonder.
No, you go past the second dunks and you turn left.
It's over yonder.
Although here it's going to be you go past the second church. Because there's more churches than anything in this city.
The Catholic Church, the Baptist Church, or the Methodist Church, or that big church down there.
The mega church. Which mega church? Well, let's see.
Six Flags Over Jesus.
What?
Look, I'm not kidding. There is a church that is referred to as Six Flags Over Jesus when it was first built. That's what we all called it.
This is what I live with.
She loves me.
I do love her. She's a sweetheart.
We just called it Six Flags Over Jesus.
Let's see. What is she trying to?
This stupid marker doesn't want to work.
Fine. Now I gotta share my marker with her. Can you believe it?
I've got another one, but it's red, and I'm from Lexington.
Can't use red in Lexington. This city is insane. If it is not blue, it is the devil.
That's because of this place.
Now, I know, and most of you who enjoy the sport of baseball know that that's Louisville.
Basketball.
But it's spelled like Louisville.
It's Louisville. It's Louisville. And actually, the booth at the State Fair has over 50 different ways to pronounce this one place. I'm not even kidding. Louisville, Louisville, Louisville. It just keeps going.
Yes. Well, and I'm trying to think of one that I haven't. Oh, I know. is where my husband is from, and where I lived for 8 years before we moved down here.
I've heard you say this, so I know it, but it says Haverhill.
It's Haverhill.
It says Haverhill.
It's Haverhill.
I've heard you say it. So as soon as I read it, I went, oh. But it says. I know here. We've argued about this already, but.
Oh.
This is where I lived in kindergarten, and she lived in a place up north called this. Similar. But this says.
Now see, where I'm from doesn't have this S.
Okay, so minus the S.
Somerville.
Somersville.
Somerville.
Somerville.
And this should be an O. Somerville.
It would still be
Somerville.
It would be
Victory.
Somerville. Oh, here's one that my husband gets mad at me for saying wrong. It's not a place, but it's a word.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
My husband is from Kentucky, but he's from a town right outside Lexington, and he doesn't have this accent. So, how do you say this word?
Monster.
You don't say ours. I've always said it Munster. There's
It's not a U!
My husband goes, that's a cheese.
There's no U.
So I have to, when I say this word, I have to go monster and like make my mouth make that noise because I can't do it without thinking about it. Also, can't say this word without an accent unless I try really hard.
No, this is something anybody from Boston would know. What is the Monster?
It's an energy drink.
No. The Monster refers to the Green Monster. Do you know where the Green Monster is?
It's the Green Monster is Envy.
No, the Green Monster is the wall at Fenway Park.
Oh, nope, didn't know that. Oh no, the green-eyed monster is Envy, right? So I can't say this word without an accent unless I try really hard.
Country?
Country.
Country.
I can't say country.
Even
No.
better, have her say aunt.
Ant.
Aunt.
Ant.
Aunt. An ant is an insect. It has 6 legs. An antennae.
My Aunt Ruth. Yeah.
Aunt.
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 It makes my mouth feel funny to talk that way.
Her southern's coming up.
It is. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I've had a cup of coffee and a Dr. Pepper. Here.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think of a...
I'm turning into the green monster.
Okay, no, her and I have talked about, let's see.
There are so many words.
There are so, I could do cities all day long, but you said you didn't want to really go through the whole city list.
No, because I'll never get them ever.
But here is one city that maybe you can figure out. Let's see.
Worcestershire.
That's a sauce.
I don't know.
Worcester.
There's so many more letters in that word than just came out of your mouth.
Worcester, Massachusetts.
But that's actually based off of a British town that I'm pretty sure it said something like Worcester.
Worcester.
Nuh-uh, they don't say their first R's either.
It's Worcester.
I actually Googled how to say Worcestershire sauce. And it told me all the history about it. Because I hate people arguing about how to say Worcestershire sauce. Because they're like Worcestershire sauce.
I I don't even try. Because between needing to say certain R's and not saying it, some R's, no, forget it.
Just no.
Just no. No. No.
Oh, here's one. We've not talked about this one.
Oh boy. She's going to try to get me.
Nope. How do you say this word?
Caramel. Caramel.
Caramel.
Caramel.
Caramel. Caramel.
Caramel sauce.
Caramel. Caramel. You want to do one? Do you have one?
I'm trying to think.
I've got a whole list over here.
I know. I got a list
What
of
about-
things, but most of them aren't ones. That's a creek.
I say creek, but my family says, I know people who say crick. You're up the creek without a paddle.
They're probably the same people who wash their hands.
You wash. Yeah.
There's
Lord,
no R in wash.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Yeah. Because out in the boonies, if the creek rises, you ain't going nowhere. Because you can't get over the bridge that's over the creek. Because there's water over it.
And back home, if there's a nor'easter that drops more than 3 feet of snow, you ain't going nowhere.
We never get that much snow.
No, this city shuts down if we get 2 inches of snow.
Because we don't have snow chains on our tires.
I am not kidding. About 4 years ago, we got like 3 inches of snow, and there was no school for a week.
It was more than that.
It was not.
It was up to my knees.
That was not 4 years ago. That was 3 years ago.
Oh,
I will
okay.
say we had 2 or 3 years where we had a decent amount of snow. But
It broke the tree in front of my house last year. That was a lot of snow last year. For like 2 days and then it melted.
one of these days I'll find the video that my brother-in-law sent me in July of the big snow mound at the.
When I was little, we had some really good snows. Like, we went in our four-wheeler and we would hook up those big, like, saucer sleds to the back of the four-wheeler because I lived out on a farm. And we'd go four-wheeling with the big saucer and just slide around. There's a picture of me somewhere face down in a snowbank. Okay.
Pajamas.
You say pajamas, not pajamas?
No, pajamas.
I say pajamas. Go get your pajamas on.
No.
Or PJs. But
PJs,
yeah, I say pajamas.
I'll just tell my daughter go get changed.
Go get
It's
your-
time to get changed.
I normally say PJs, but if I say the full word, it's pajamas.
Pajamas. Yeah.
Pajamas.
We've talked about this before. What do you use at the grocery store for you put your groceries in?
A buggy.
Shopping cart.
It's a buggy.
It's a shopping cart. And what do you drink water out of?
Oh. A water fountain.
It's a bubbler.
Or a drinking fountain.
A water fountain's outside. You throw pennies and nickels in it to make a wish.
Every time she says bubbler or water bubbler, I think about a fish tank. And the filters that go bubble, bubble, bubble.
It's a bubbler. It's a bubbler.
Yeah.
And I was so happy when we got Ducks in Lexington.
Oh, what? Oh. She's talking about Dunkin' Donuts. It took me a minute. I don't like Dunkin' Donuts, which is like the one reason that we don't go. Well, we don't go out anywhere because neither of us can eat out anywhere. Between my dairy and her gluten, we can't go out anywhere.
Yeah, we were talking about going out to lunch one day this week, and we're like, well, where would we go? Because if I can eat there, you can't.
Mm-mm. And if I can, she can't. Unless it's tacos.
Yeah, most tacos I can have because they're corn.
Yeah, and all I have to do is go, no cheese.
Yeah.
We're good with tacos.
Yeah. So meat pequeña hacienda. No, I won't eat at meat pequeña hacienda.
I won't eat there either.
I asked for corn tortillas one day. They gave me flour.
I won't eat
Got me
there.
very sick.
Yeah.
Probably need to delete that though because I said the name of the place.
Yeah. Here. I got a word. Ready?
Okay. Route 6.
Route.
Route.
It's a route.
Route.
I say route too.
Yes. Let's see.
How do you address it?
Oh,
What?
We've argued about this one. What do you do? What is a rotary?
A phone.
No.
It is. It's a rotary phone.
No, a roundabout, or you guys call it a roundabout.
We call it a roundabout, yeah.
The traffic circle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a rotary.
That nobody knows how to go around.
No, and I mentioned rotary to somebody one day, like, doesn't anybody know how to use a rotary? And they looked at me like I had 10 heads. First of all, there's what, 3 in the whole state?
Oh, I don't know. I know that they're better here about it than they were in Florida. It was bad in Florida.
Oh, they've got something here that really blew my nephew's mind when he came to visit. It's called the Double Diamond.
And they didn't get that till after I moved, and
When they first opened it, I used to tell my boys, you can't drive on it because it's the Double Diamond of death.
It's not that bad because there's traffic lights to tell everybody when to go.
Well, and now I've gotten used to it and I kind of like it. Basically what happens is on one road that has like really heavy traffic going downtown, the lanes switch.
Yeah.
And you cross to the opposite side of the road.
So you feel like you're in England and driving on the wrong side of the road. It's a little awkward.
Yeah, it takes a while to get used to.
How do you address a group of people? In Kentucky, it's y'all.
Guys.
You guys.
You guys, hey
Who's
guys. I've never really gotten a y'all thing down.
We say y'all.
I know you say y'all. I've been called y'all so many times.
Hey y'all. How's your mom and them? You can also be referred to as a them. If you're talking about somebody's family. Hey, how's your mom and them?
No. Just no.
What do you call if you're selling stuff in your front yard?
Yard sale?
Yeah. Some people refer to it as like a rummage sale.
I've heard that.
Garage sale.
Garage
yard
sale. My theory is if it's a garage sale, you actually go into the garage.
Yeah, that's how I do it too.
If it's a yard sale, it's out front.
What do you put on top of a cake?
Icing.
Frosting.
Icing.
Frosting.
And you don't use fondant. That stuff's crap.
Unless I make it and then it's marshmallows.
Yes. And it doesn't have gluten.
And it doesn't have gluten. I forgot to tell you, Eden the other day went, "That's so gluten." And I was like, what? She used it like an adjective.
Eden's my daughter.
Like, that's so gluten.
She's kind of got this mix of southern, northern thing going on, even though she's never lived in Boston.
But she lives with you. And her whole family is But yeah, she just went, "That's so gluten." And I was like, what? It was like a good thing. But I was like, what? That's not a word.
Even though she's gluten-free too, she really misses gluten food.
But yeah, she used gluten to mean like cool. But she was like, "That's so gluten." And I was like, Eden. What?
The sad thing is I can actually hear her saying that.
Yeah, she definitely said
I
it.
have the vision in my head of her doing that. But
I was like, wait, what?
yeah.
I was confused for a whole minute.
She's going to be really jealous that she's not in our videos.
I know, we're going to have to figure out one with the kids. Yeah. Oh, and then on top of cupcakes, you put sprinkles.
No, you put Jimmy's. Well, no, Jimmy's go on ice cream.
What do you put on cupcakes then?
Sprinkles or, I don't know, cake decorations.
So Jimmy's are solely ice cream things?
Well, Jimmy's a brand.
Okay, they're just the chocolate ones.
Just the chocolate, yeah.
Okay, so the rainbow ones are sprinkles.
Yes. I know, it's interesting.
Okay. Do you call it TPing if you TP someone's house?
Yeah,
Is it TPing?
throwing toilet paper is TPing. However, do kids here go out with shaving cream and shaving cream each other?
We don't do that.
That must be a Boston thing.
Yeah, we don't do that.
How about
Luckily, it
eggs?
gets hit with Yeah, there have been kids to egg people's houses.
Oh no, when I was growing up, my brother used to egg other kids. He'd come home covered in
You egg
and cream
kids?
eggs.
People egg cars and houses. I've never heard of egging other
He'd throw them at
people.
his friends.
What do you call a bug that rolls into a ball when you touch it?
Isn't that a pill bug?
It's a roly-poly. We call them roly-poly bugs.
It's a pill bug.
What about the bugs you go out and catch in the summer?
Fireflies?
Lightning bugs.
Fireflies.
We call them lightning bugs.
Yeah, no.
I know you've got more words over there.
I do, but we've talked about so many of them already. Like, liquor store. Who goes to liquor store?
We just call it a liquor store.
We go to the Packy.
Packy.
The Packy.
Packy.
I'm gonna go to the Packy. Anybody want some beer?
Or it's sort of like going to Walmart. Or the Wally World. The Wally World. What do you take to the beach with you to put sand in?
A pail.
It's a bucket. We take a bucket.
Shovel and pail.
A shovel and a bucket. We just take a bucket. And your granny, what do you call your grandma?
Well, I had Nana and Grammy.
See, we have like grandma, whatever. Or I
I've also heard Mima down here.
we have Mima or Mama, Nana, Granny.
They'll have the aw.
We have
at
all
the
the
end.
names.
All have aw at the end.
We have Granny. That's an E. And then my grandfathers were either granddaddy or daddy or
I had Grumpy
yeah,
and Grampy.
yeah. But your granny might go, give me some sugars, or give me some sugar, and that's kisses. She wants kisses.
Give me a kiss.
Yeah, it doesn't mean sugar. It doesn't mean sugar. It means kisses. She wants kisses.
No.
And if you're fixing to get beat with a switch, you are about to be hit with a branch from a bush or a tree because you've been bad.
No, we're gonna beat your beep here.
And our teachers had paddles when I was little, but they don't do that anymore.
When I was in school that it kind of started going away, but I went to Catholic school and the nuns had rulers. And my knuckles.
From what I
were
understand
red.
from other people who are my age, even up here, they quit doing the paddling and stuff much earlier than they did in the South.
Yeah, they probably quit the corporal punishment in the early 80s up there. Yeah. I think somebody got hurt and that was the end of it.
Well, and then we've got...
Although I have heard that some schools in the South are trying to bring it back.
Of course they are.
Like parents can actually sign a waiver.
Yeah, you have to sign a form.
Saying if you paddle my child, I will not sue you.
Yeah, my parents had to sign a form. I never got hit though. I was a good kid.
I only got my knuckles wrapped when I was either not paying attention or I was using my left hand.
Yeah, but you went to a Catholic school.
Yes. And it was only one nun who didn't like me using my left hand.
Okay. What do you call... Or you do one.
Okay, let's see. Trash. What do you throw your trash in?
A garbage can.
A barrel.
See, for me, we have whiskey barrels. Like, that's a barrel.
And I learned that the hard way when I was working. I asked somebody, my barrel was full, and I said, is there some place I can go empty my barrel? And they looked at me like I had 10 heads and said, what do you mean, where can you empty your barrel? I said, my can, it's full. I need to have no room to put in more garbage. And they said, oh, a barrel's for whiskey. You can't have whiskey on the job. I said, okay, well, where can I empty my damn trash?
Yeah, especially this area. It's a whiskey barrel.
Learning that the hard. See, I can't have whiskey.
Oh,
Whiskey
yeah,
has
gluten. It's so gluten.
Can't have whiskey, so why would I know the terminology for whiskey?
Yeah.
let's see. Let's see. What about a hoodsie?
A hoodsie?
A hoodsie. Hoodsie cup.
A hoodsie cup?
Mhm.
I don't know. You say hoodsie and I'm thinking somebody from the hood. A hoodie.
Hoodsie is a little ice cream. It usually has vanilla and chocolate, and you get a little wooden spoon to eat it.
Do you get them at a store?
What's a frap?
Like a frappuccino?
No,
Oh,
a frap.
a frap?
A frap.
I have no idea.
It's a milkshake, but it's thicker.
That makes no sense.
They don't have fraps. They've never heard of frap.
We have frappuccinos and we have milkshakes. Not that I can have either of them.
A frap. F-R-A-P-P-E. Frap.
Yeah, we call that a frappe, and you can get it at Starbucks, and it's a frappuccino. And not that I can have them because they have milk in them, so I wouldn't know. What about breeches? Britches.
Pants.
That's your pants.
Pants.
Get your breeches up.
Pants. Oh, let's see. There's some, what, have you ever been to Revere Beach?
No, and that doesn't sound, it sounds like you just had a small stroke.
No, and Revere, I love you guys because you guys got Kelly's roast beef, which has gluten-free buns. Thank you very much.
Roast beef sounds good.
They have the best roast beef sandwiches. The original Kelly's on the beach. You gotta go, and you gotta stand in line for like 2 hours in the
Spell
summer.
the word you just said though, because I'm trying to think of letters and there's no letters coming out of your mouth. It's just like, well, Revere, like Paul Revere.
Revere.
Like Paul Revere.
Revere.
Okay. Oh man. I don't know how y'all have spelling competitions up there.
Oh, our kids do great in spelling competitions.
I'm sure, but I'm sure they can spell. I'm not saying they're dumb. I'm just saying I would have a hard time. Because they would say a word.
Because you don't know how to talk.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know how to talk. It's me.
I have learned to say my R's, but they're really not necessary, are they? You know what I mean when I say I'm going to the park.
The park. Yeah, I know what you mean. But see, the thing is, a lot of Southern people like to extend their R's. We put in extra. We put in extra syllables, and they just like take out letters. like, who needs that?
Well, that's because we're in such a hurry.
Look, when you get us going, Southern people talk real, real fast, and if we did that, y'all wouldn't have a clue what we were saying.
No. But if you go up north, my family and I could have a whole conversation and you wouldn't have understood a damn word.
My mom and I would have conversations, and my dad, who's just as Southern as we are, could not understand us because we'd be talking so fast. It's like, we go so quick. I had a friend from Canada who she moved way far away, but I called her after I'd been visiting my family, and she's like, you're gonna need to slow down because I cannot understand you.
I got one. I'm gonna go to the common and go on the duck boats.
A duck boat?
A duck boat.
Do you just like go look at ducks?
No.
Oh, is that a paddle boat?
Nope.
Like we have? No.
Nope. It's
Okay.
actually a boat that turns into a bus. It goes on land and water.
There's a boat that turns into a bus that you can just like go on? I wanna go. And is the common just like a park?
It's a big park in Boston. It's called the Boston Common.
Okay.
And they have...
It's not like a college, it's just like a park, right?
Right.
Okay. And they have a boat that goes, it's a bus?
Yeah, well, kind of, yeah. It's an amphibious vehicle.
That's really cool. And you
In the
just
water,
go
on
it.
and the roads. They do duck boat tours.
It's a duck boat. That's funny. I want to go. We don't have stuff like that here. We have houseboats you can go on.
Whale watch. Have you ever been on a whale watch?
I'm assuming that's where you just go watch whales. in a boat.
Yeah.
I don't. The furthest north I've ever been is Washington D.C. Well, no, I've been to Michigan too, and then the furthest south is Florida.
No, I don't know that you can get much further.
No, I've
south.
been to Canada. I forgot about Canada. We just went to see the falls though.
I've never been to Canada.
I've been to Canada once.
I've never been to Canada. My brother wrote that for me. Thank you, brother. Won't go there.
But I've never been to Massachusetts.
Well, someday we're going to have to go, and we're going to have to introduce you to the wonders of Boston.
I'll take you to Florida.
And the tea. I'm going to introduce you to the tea. Of course, you might want to get the nose plugs.
Does it stink?
Oh, yeah. The tea does.
The tea stinks? Why does the tea stink?
Because lots of people like to pee down there.
Are you talking about the train?
Yes.
I'm thinking tea. Like Boston Tea Party.
No.
Like the tea.
The tea is the subway on the train.
I'm thinking like Boston Tea Party. And then it clicked all of a sudden.
See, I can still get her.
Oh man. Yup. What do you call bread and meat?
Well, that's a sandwich, but if you put it in a big roll, big like sub roll, it's a grinder.
Is this a grinder?
Or other areas will call it, like there was a place in Haverhill that called it a rocket.
Well, those are usually like subs for everyone, I think. We call them Sammies or sandwiches. You want a sandwich? Yeah. Like y'all's want a sandwich.
No.
Grinder makes me laugh though.
Oh, there's also some people, my father used to love it. You could get bread in a can.
No!
It's brown bread and it's in a can.
Hard no. Hard no. Pass.
Before my dad got diagnosed with celiac, he used to like that. I
Hard
was
no.
never a fan of it.
Hard no. Pass. It's like chicken in a can. Have you seen those whole chickens in a can?
No, I have not.
No. No, thank you. No.
No, just no.
I don't want bread in a can. I'm not a food prepper. The closest thing to prepping I'm gonna get is tuna. Like, no. I don't want bread in a can. No. My brain hurts.
I broke her.
Yes,
I broke Andy.
You can make bread over a campfire if you really want to. There is no reason to buy bread in a can. Please don't.
Sorry, aunties.
What did you just say?
I still have aunts who eat it.
Dadgummit. She called me Mater the other day when I sat down on the phone.
That's the only one I know who says dadgum. She's tomato.
I was like, are you making fun of me?
Yes. You kind of made fun of me when I was talking to your doctor that night.
It was funny. I went to the doctor, I went to the ER because I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and I could not breathe like a normal person. I sounded like a squeaky toy because something in here went wrong.
She sounded like the squeaky toy in Toy Story who squeaked.
The penguin. The penguin.
The one with the broken squeak.
Every time I breathed in, it would squeak. So we're sitting on a triage bed in the hallway. I ended up out there for 15 hours and then they admitted me. But they were just ignoring me.
After about 9 hours, I got mad.
She found the doctor, called him over, and yelled at him. in Bostonian. It was awesome.
Yeah, I think I scared her a little. Don't think she knew I had that in me.
Look, it was funny. Look, she is 5 foot nothing. She is tiny. A previous ballerina, okay? She is a tiny little person. I couldn't yell because I couldn't breathe without struggling, okay? My O2 dropped a couple times. They finally gave me oxygen when the thing wouldn't quit beeping. But my nurses were just ignoring me, and this doctor just kept walking past. And she finally is just like, hey.
Get over here! I need to talk to you!
And the Boston comes out. It was awesome.
Yeah, I don't think I let him get a word in for like 5 minutes. I had
No,
to
she
stand
went
in
off
there.
for a little bit. But between the redneck and me and the Boston and her, we could be a dangerous pair.
But we have a lot of fun.
We do. We're not angry often. It takes a bit.
Well, it took 9 hours.
Yeah. And I was mad, but I couldn't breathe enough to yell, so they were pretty safe for me.
I didn't want to leave her to go running to find somebody to yell at. Because
I felt so bad. I kept telling her, you need to leave. You've got to go home. You've got to get some sleep.
But the way they were ignoring her, I honestly thought that if I left, she'd die.
My O2 thing just kept going off every now and
And I'm
then.
like, hello? Hello? Person over here in
Meanwhile, I'm over here just squeaking every time I breathe in. And they're just like, well, that's a fun noise.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
We were,
I think that was the first time you heard my Boston.
yeah, I think so, yeah. You were fit to be tied.
I was fit to be. I was fit to do something.
Fit to be tied.
Oh yeah, and it was a doctor, not a doctor.
Doctor.
I gotta go to the doctor.
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 See, we just, I don't know. I think you all open your mouths more than we do.
Yes, we actually open our teeth. We don't talk through our teeth.
We open our mouths. Our teeth are open. We just don't open our mouths.
Oh no, you can't get us to shut our mouths.
It's a problem.
Yeah, my husband says I have a problem with that, and it doesn't fit in real well down here.
I think we talk more in the front of our mouths too. And y'all talk in the back of your mouths.
Yeah, definitely more
Yeah,
throaty,
we don't. Ours is,
more nasally.
yeah, maybe. But that's why we have ours.
That's why you have too many R's.
Because we use the front of our mouth. Y'all don't have any ours.
We have R's. We just know where to put them.
You drop them.
Because those ones aren't needed.
Those are not necessary ours.
Those are just additions to make life harder.
How do you say the state where you're from?
Massachusetts.
Oh, okay, so you pronounce every one of those letters.
Why wouldn't I?
Because you don't pronounce any of the other letters in any other cities in it.
Sure we do.
Sure. But see, we have Louisville. We don't pronounce half those letters
No.
either.
And Versailles?
We pronounce every letter. Versailles. We have monkey's eyebrow. What is it? Red lip. What? We have. I don't know. We have all kinds of really weird sounding.
Yes. But my husband's favorite is definitely Big Bone Lick.
There is an entire book about weird named cities in Kentucky. We have Paris, Kentucky, and Versailles, Kentucky.
Yeah. But those ones aren't weird. Those just are kind of
But
honoring
we
foreign-
say them wrong.
Yeah, you say them wrong. I'm surprised you guys say Boston is the right way.
We do say Boston.
Of course, you also have a Haverhill Lane.
We do.
Yeah, it's over by Boston Road.
But we say Haverhill.
Yeah, it's not Haverhill.
Mm-mm.
Here. Yeah. I don't know why.
No, we say things funny. But y'all say things funny to us. I have family from Wisconsin, and when I was younger and we started talking a lot, they were like, "Why do you sound so funny?" I'm like, "Why do you sound so funny?"
Although, our holiday visitor had
From California, and that was a whole other ballgame.
he had some interesting ways of saying things too.
Oh, and then there are like recipes. We're gonna have to do Southern versus Northern recipes next
Yeah.
because we have dumplings, which are not dumplings. Those are different. They have a G on them. Dumplings are completely different.
Yeah, they also have like breakfast gravy, which is basically just flour and butter. Ugh.
You don't like breakfast gravy?
I can't have breakfast gravy.
You can if I make it with gluten-free flour.
Do you know what gluten-free flour and butter would taste like?
Or cornstarch. It's got milk in it. It's not just butter.
Well, then how can you eat it?
I use cashew milk. Or red-eye gravy, which is made with coffee. And that's delicious. Oh, that's a Southern thing. But it's usually made with pork, which is why I never make it, because I can't eat pork. But some, like, fried country ham. And then you take...
What is wrong with regular ham? Why do you have to salt a ham, dry it out to oblivion, turn it into shoe leather, and then rehydrate it?
It's not shoe leather. It's really good. It's not jerky.
It's salty and nasty.
It's salty. It's not nasty, though. You put it on a biscuit.
I'll put regular ham
But
on a
you
biscuit.
can't eat biscuits.
I can't eat biscuits.
We don't have to have a biscuit.
I've made some gluten-free biscuits.
How'd that turn out?
My kids used them as hockey pucks.
We don't play hockey here.
There is a hockey here, except they don't know to give the boys skates without toe picks.
That seems dangerous. That's a good way to get Stan.
I'm kidding. I'm sure that the actual hockey program knows about hockey skates, but when I brought my boys when we first moved here and asked to rent some boys' hockey skates, the guy behind the counter gave me figure skates with toe picks on them. And I got scared.
That seems dangerous.
And I said, no, I need boy skates. And they said, those are. I said, no, I need boy skates without a toe pick. He said, we don't have any.
That's scary.
I said, well, then my boys aren't skating because they'll kill themselves.
Because they will die. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's scary.
It is scary. It is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. But no, so what do you eat? Up north, do they just not have gravy?
They have gravy, just they don't do it for breakfast.
So what do they eat with their biscuits?
Eggs. Sausage, egg, and cheese.
My mind is now blown. I didn't know they didn't have gravy.
It's not a common thing up there to have breakfast gravy.
But do they not have Dairy Queen?
They have a Dairy Queen.
Does Dairy Queen not have gravy?
I've never had breakfast at Dairy Queen. I go to Dairy Queen for a Blizzard.
Well, yeah, I know you can't eat it, but I assume you've seen the menu.
If I want a place that serves ice cream and food, I'll go to Friendly's and get a burger.
But my mind has just exploded all of a sudden because I did not realize, like, I knew in England they didn't have, like, biscuit and gravy.
Well, it's New England. What do you expect?
But it's on this continent, okay? I did not realize that you all did not have biscuit and gravy. Now I have got to make a gluten-free biscuit that actually tastes like a biscuit and not a hockey puck. And I know I can make gluten-free gravy because I've done it before.
This should be interesting. We'll have to do a video.
I know I can make gluten-free gravy that tastes good. I know I can gluten-free, dairy-free gravy, but I don't know about a biscuit. I'm going to have to figure out a biscuit.
I got a biscuit packet in the other room. I've just been afraid to use it.
I made biscuits once, but they tasted like Cheerios, which my son was fine with because he likes Cheerios. But now my mind is blown. Who else has never had gravy? Like, what?
Gravy goes on roast beef or
That's brown gravy.
yeah, chicken gravy.
Well, hey, that's chicken gravy.
That's gravy.
That's fine. No,
And
but
some
white
people-
gravy.
Some of the more Italian descendants call their red sauce gravy.
That's not gravy. That's sauce. No,
And don't mess with their gravy. Don't you mess with an Italian family's gravy.
but like breakfast gravy is made with either like bacon drippings or butter or oil, and then you mix flour or cornstarch or whatever in it, and then it has to be the right ratio. It makes a roux, which you would make for any gravy, and then it's milk and like salt and pepper. That's how you make breakfast gravy. But if you use sausage, you can put sausage in it. Make sausage gravy. That's when my brain hurts. I can't get over the gravy. What about a hot brown? Have you ever heard of a hot
I've
brown?
never heard of a hot brown. What is a hot brown?
So a hot brown is like an open faced sandwich, sort of, but it's got like, it's not gravy on it. It's like a really thick sauce and then cheese just smothered over the whole thing, and it's got turkey and ham on it and tomatoes, and it's just like all piled on a plate.
Sounds like a hot mess, not a hot brown.
Well, it is. My husband loves them though. I need to see if I can find a picture of it.
You'll have to make one for my husband because the bread would kill me.
You could use gluten-free bread.
Do you know what gluten-free bread, what happens to gluten-free bread when you try to put sauce on it?
No.
It ain't pretty. It's not something you can actually pick up. It just falls apart.
Excuse me. Oh, you can't pick up a hot brown anyway. It has to be eaten with a fork.
That just looks like an open-faced sandwich, like an
Well,
open-faced egg sandwich.
It's not eggs on it. That's sauce.
That's an egg.
That's cheese. See? It's cheese.
No. No.
Yeah, my husband loves those. I can't eat them, obviously. But,
We also learned that, they have like these superstitions for New Year's Eve. Growing up, we always had Chinese food on New Year's Eve. That was just what you did.
which works for the noodles and rice part of
But
superstition.
I guess you're supposed to have some certain meal that, is going to predict how your year's going to go.
So growing up in the South, you always have black-eyed peas, and then most people have pork because pigs root forward with their noses. They don't scratch back like a chicken or a turkey does. So they go forward. So we have cow because I can't have pork, but they go forward. And then you have cabbage or greens, which is money, and then we always put a dime inside the black-eyed peas, and whoever gets the dime gets extra luck. Yeah.
No, we just get Chinese food because it's the only place open.
There's another superstition
They never
with
close.
saying noodles and rice for New Year's. So,
No,
so your Chinese food
we
works.
just get Chinese because they're always open.
Because they're open.
Send me a poo-poo platter for 20.
No, yeah, we always did black-eyed peas and cabbage, and usually pork, but I can't have pork, so.
Of course, I can't do the whole Chinese food anymore.
Because soy sauce has
'Cause
gluten in
soy
it.
sauce has wheat in it.
Yep, unless you buy the special kind and make it yourself.
Or go to P.F. Chang's and spend a fortune.
Fun.
They're the only Chinese food place I know that that has gluten-free menu.
That's good to know. That there's at least one.
Yes.
That's one thing that Chinese food normally doesn't have dairy, and then Mexican food we can usually get it without. Everywhere
Right.
else I am usually afraid of.
I'm right there with you. Unless I find out ahead of time that they have a gluten-free menu. And then a lot of times I will call and find out how they handle contamination.
Yeah. Well, we went to one place, and they said they could do it without contamination, and that they put foil on the grill and everything. So we ate there, and then
And then-
still got sick.
Yeah.
so we shan't be going back.
Yeah, I've gotten sick a few places that said, everything's gluten-free, you're good. And then I come home and I'm puking for 3 hours.
Yeah, it is so much fun. We have completely lost the
Train of...
yeah.
So why don't we start to wrap it up and we can edit out.
We can, or we can just keep whatever the fuck we want. Maybe not that good.
So this is what happens with Andy and I. We start on one topic and we end up going in a complete different direction by the end of the day.
This is what happens when moms don't have their children and actually get to speak to another adult for a minute. You just start talking and don't stop.
Yeah. Yeah. And then sometimes your brain will actually start to work again, and then it's time to pick up the kids.
Oh, what time is it?
Speaking of.
Nearly time to pick up our kids!
Well, I guess we're editing tomorrow.
We got about 10 minutes before it's time to pick up our children.
So check us out on PS Crafty Life. Check out our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Etsy. We should have some fun things up available in the next, week.
Yes.
And stay tuned for our next crazy adventure.
Stay crafty.